bubbles around. Yeah, with the dream. I'm a real nigga with a real flow. Once I grab the mic, bet that shit'll go. They just stop and stare when they at my show. I just killed the track and they ain't even know. I'm appalled, everybody wanna ball. You say you be killing beats, you ain't killing shit at all. Look, put in work, get some dough. Put in work, get some more. Such a simple formula. Get these niggas formula. Son and all you babies in the game, it's a shame. You can't even walk your talk. It's no wonder how you lame. Independent, getting it. Got your lady feeling this. Smart, young, and mature, but hit you with the silly shit. Oh my God. And it ain't about the paper, but if you ain't talking dope, then I guess I'll see you later. Bye. Busy showing love, I ain't worried about them haters. I made the game, but I ain't a player. Peace.
Damn, it's about time. You know, Christmas only comes once a year, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I had to plant the jungle juice.
Ridiculous. 24 approaching, keep me in the game, time to get my shine on. Nigga, pick a lane. Hard to hate on someone, it ain't gotta be explained, cause I do my job well. So the critics take aim, but I'm so humbling. Articulate, never mumbling. Ball under my arm, no fumbling. And I'm optimistic, these other cats, bumblebee. Understand it's these levels, spin like I'm at war. Hand me my medal, shawty say she love me or not. Plucking rose petals, I ain't got time for that. According to my schedule, got my wings early. Never drank Red Bull. My future looks like a villa with a blue pool and a beach view. I'm polite with it, flow sound like pleased to meet you. And I never deceive y'all, never been see-through. Like I got binoculars, baby girl, I see you. Skin, she does her thing, dog, well done like steak. Rare might be a medium, my oil looks great. I hope they caught that one, might give them a break. Come through my auto zone, I'll keep you up to date. And if you crash, it was fake, cause you let the pedal slip. Means I guess I love you not, now let the beat skip. Chill.
Word wizardry, making history. Okay. You talk that shit, that same shit, don't mean shit to me. I ain't even fun it, but I know you want it. You want what you need? Show me that you got it. Show me that you got it. Show me that you got it. Show me that you want it. Show me that you got it. Real talk, may not know what you mean, but you give me what I want, I may give you what you need.
Forgive me for last night.
Yeah, hangover, battle scars from the night before. Hickey, cigarette burns and throw up on the floor. Then she said she wanted more. I said, baby, let me know. My homie said he's got some dough. Just grabbed some switches from the stove. I hit up a homie, she hit up her friends. Picked up scheme, rolled up around 10. 10 minutes in, I'm at it again. I'm faded, I'm rated. Like a porn star, she take it. Right. Couple shots rolled up, no chaser. That's right. Nah, I'm not bond like a Laker. But still in the game like a player. Now sitting on the bench, I'm a player. Got a paranoid, think I'm a play her. Had a stripper one time, said pay her. I'm a boss, had her out like Frazier. Told the sex anything that I pay for. And the damn thing is that I pray for. And the dream's the only thing I chase for. Big pops the only bitch I ride for. RhymeSkeem and John Coop, that's disaster. We got them shook like Katrina day after. Said wizardry and lifestyles, that's disaster. We got them shook like World Trade Day after. Yeah.
Word wizardry, making history. Okay. You talk that shit, that same shit, don't mean shit to me. I ain't even fun it, but I know you want it. You want what you need? Show me that you got it. Show me that you got it. Show me that you got it. Show me that you want it. Show me that you got it. Real talk, may not know what you mean, but you give me what I want, I may give you what you need.
Screaming, yeah, fuck the system. 9 to 5 ain't what I call freedom.
Cause this passion for this music, yo, you can't fake it.
We always did Black Panther Party. If they can do anything, it was good. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you remember I said, last words on my lips, I am
stand in this prison. Voices of my choices, ambiguous ambition. I'm roaming in the home of the fall, true spirit. Many say they answer the call, but don't hear it. It's the black messiah, made in love, here to grow. Fan the fire, so cold I make it snow. Call me sire, no fold in my soul. Expanding higher, as above, so below. Till my last breath, living cause I'm my life. Stepping on the chest like easy money slice. Essence of the crest shines and entice ya. Presence in the nation, they name it divine cipher. I've been going, know it's in a circle and back. Generational curses, yeah, we working on that. ASAP, get the dough, call it Lucci. Nalo stay strapped like big snow around Gucci. More paint the parties, way less lamping. Flow until I'm dead, hold like Fred Hampton. Fist up, you know it's kinda scary. One time, I am a revolutionary. You know they very, but here they in the booth. Fuck how you feel, you can't conceal the truth. A race war, nobody calling the truth. Let it all in, this is the year of the truth. Not all.
Yeah, critical. I keep it real, I don't really do subliminals. So niggas say I fell off. I'm pitiful. I'm like, if I fell off, I landed on the pinnacle. Nowadays I'm cynical. Should I kill the game and let these names in their lanes think they're lyrical? By the time I figure it out, don't give a fuck. A nigga try testing me, he out of luck. You can find me talking that rapping shit, capping and rapping about my dick. Probably in some random chick, and I'll never call a woman a bitch unless she is, yo. Shit, she can still get it though. Everybody tell me you the GOAT, bro. I'm like, please tell me something that I don't know. I don't need love, I want head. Only thing I trust is God and His bread. Yeah, even Jesus had to do this. Caesar had to brew this. Your heart gotta keep it. So if you fall in love, then you really just stupid. If you dash back for more, then you just clueless. Gemini gang, we really do this. Intellectual, but I go stupid. It's the black messiah. If you're looking for the truth for me, I'm your supplier.
Everything we are and everything is put that in the hands of people. And we're gonna have to put that in the hands of people. Now we got all power to all people. We did right now with the brown power, brown. Yellow power, yellow. Black power, black. Big power, the rules to be left out.
My biggest dream was like really making it in this industry, you know? But outside of local shows and SoundCloud tracks, I ain't really ever gonna make it, you know? I'ma never be famous. I walk around like I'm never gonna make it. Fuck a A-list, rising to the top, tell me what's it gonna take? I may not be famous,
But at least I ain't fake.
I got that fire, I spit that dope. I get inspired, I get back hope. I'm in that new when a nigga come through when I thought you knew, but I guess you know. It's just, if I really put in work, I'ma make it show. But I'm too lazy though. Swear I'm too lazy, they like, don't give up your dreams. But I believe everything you see ain't what it seems. So I'm just busy working, trying to find my purpose. But then I sit and wonder if this work is even worth it. I'm feeling worthless like, I ain't never gonna make it, dog. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got the skill, I got the talent, but
I should probably just quit while I'm ahead. But it's weird because, you know,
I got that fire, I spit that dope. I get inspired, I get back hope. I been that new when a nigga come through when I thought you knew, but I guess you don't. It's just, if I really put in work, I'ma make it show. But I'm too lazy though. Swear I'm too lazy. They like, scheme, don't give up your dreams. But I believe everything you see ain't what it seems. I'm just busy working, trying to find my purpose.
I just really wonder, is it even worth it?
got me feeling like,
Fuck the fame, fuck the fame, fuck the fame, ho. Fuck the fame, fuck the fame, fuck the fame, ho.
Fuck the fame, fuck the fame, fuck the fame, ho.
Fuck the fame, fuck the fame, fuck the fame, ho. I'm just saying fuck the fame cause I'm really salty. Let's be honest though, the game wouldn't be shit without me.
well, I just kind of say that to make myself feel better. I don't know if it's true, but
I got that fire, I spit that dope. I get inspired, I get back hope. I been that dude when a nigga come through when I thought you knew.
But I guess you don't.
It's just, if I really put in work, I'ma make it show. But I'm too lazy though. Swear I'm too lazy. They like, I believe everything you see ain't what it seems. I'm just busy working, trying to find my purpose. I just sit and wonder, is this even worth it? The devil pitching contracts, trying to buy your soul. Some people are selling quick for the power and the gold. Your heart wants freedom, the system wants control. See, fame is an illusion.
In case you didn't know,
I'ma never be famous. I walk around like I'm never gonna make it. Fuck a A-list, rising to the top. Tell me what's it gonna take? I may not be famous, but at least I ain't fake. I got that fire, I spit that dope. I get inspired, I get back hope. I've been that dude when a nigga come through when I thought you knew, but I guess you don't. It's just, if I really put in work, I'ma make it, yo. But I'm too lazy though, so I'm too lazy. They like, Steve, don't give up your dreams. I believe everything you see ain't what it seems. I'm just busy working, trying to find my purpose. And I ain't gotta wonder if this work is worth it. Thank you. Cause every time I'm on the mic, I always heard it. You ain't felt inspiration till you heard this. So even if this moment here is the best it'll ever get, I'll still make sure it's a moment you won't forget. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, who produced this joint? Because I don't remember where I got this beat from. But that's why it's not on a digital service provider. You can get those tracks on SoundCloud. If you would like the links to those music videos, please feel free. But I don't remember who produced that beat. I just remember I found it. But this is before, of course, I became a D-list celebrity. No, but shout out to I Hear Your Thoughts. This telepathy bender has been crazy. All right. Whitney Murphy, thank you for your Cash App and for your chart. Much appreciated. Okay, so I'm going to be doing you first. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Uranus and Taurus. This transit is going to last from August 25th to January 23rd of 2023. This is Peace, Batman. I'm up to Batman. They casted me in the new Batman. They're like, you know what, Peace Dealer? We need a black Batman, but we need him to deal peace in these streets. How would you feel like being Batman? I was like, are you sure? They're like, yes. I was like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to say that voice, not you. But yeah, I'll do that. I can do that. It's no problem. Kind of a batarang, and I could have a bat belt. They won't even notice. And you just color swapped Batman. People will love it. Kind of like how they... Never mind. I'm not even going to say that joke. Anyway, I've been seeing 222 everywhere too. Okay, now I sound like Beavis and Butthead. We're good. All right. Welcome to Uranus and Taurus. There's so much I want. I didn't even know this went retrograde until like yesterday. So I'm so grateful for what this is doing. August 25th today to January 23rd. Uranus is at current 18 degrees. It's 18 degrees and it's going to retrograde back at around like 13, 14 and then go direct. Should we tell him? We should tell him? Okay. Are you sure we should tell him? Listen, once we tell them, we can't untell them. What I'm about to tell you, some of you been known, people fronting, been known. Okay. We talked about Mars last time. You know that Mars transit talk was no joke. Mars is a personal planet, so we get personal. When we talk about Uranus, when we talk about Pluto, when we talk about Neptune, okay, we're talking about supernatural phenomena that is transdimensional to Saturn. What makes these planets, outer planets, transdimensional is that they're out of bounds. I want you to think about what it means for something to be out of bounds. And I don't mean that astrological technique where a planet can be out of bounds. I mean, if you're playing a game, if the experience is being facilitated, no, we gonna do that. I'm gonna actually create and curate characters. Like every time I do a transit, I'm gonna make characters for each of the transits. I'm gonna just start doing that, and it'll bring the energy that way. But I wanna produce that a little better. So thank you for saying that. And yeah, we are using our superpowers for sure. We know that we know what we know. But if you think about a video game, if you think about an experience facilitated by a referee who has to enforce order so that there's balance in the game, which is why I think referees are for sure Libra in a game. Like, just look at Libras too. They be acting like some referees too. Like, not really like calling the play, but just making sure everything's fair. That was so stereotypical. But like, yeah, I just basically stereotyped a zodiac sign. And I want to talk about the proliferation of new age stereotypes, where instead of stereotyping by race, we stereotype by zodiac. It's not any less ignorant, it's just way smarter. And if you're going to be racist and if you are going to stereotype, then at least do it by zodiac. Like if you're an earth sign being prejudiced against fire and air signs, I can't be mad at you. You ain't shit, but like I ain't shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? If you're like an air sign complaining about how emotional water signs are, that's ignorant, but I'm here for that. If you're like a water sign complaining with earth signs about how insensitive air signs are or how brash fire signs are, that's wrong, but to me it's right. Like I'm here for that. It's a way more advanced, updated version of racism, and it's what I want to teach the world, because you already do it. I just want to make you more aware of what you're already doing and teach you how to do it better. That's all. And anyway, that being said, when you think of maybe like a pickup basketball game, that game has rules. You get me? When you drive on the road, the roads have rules. You feel me? Like there's certain places you can't operate outside of certain bounds. If you're playing a regulation basketball game and then you step out of bounds, you just suffered a penalty. The game stops. Did you notice that? Whenever you break a rule, the game instantly stops. That's Saturn, the authority over time. Saturn can stop time. You get me? Okay. And so anything that is past Saturn's orbit is representative to so below how we experience this in a society that is governed by systems. Is anything in this society that is out of bounds. It's transdimensional. Saturn representing everything that's physical in this materialist, reductionist, rhetoric-driven society, which isn't the nature of society, but this postmodern society, okay? Many people are being tricked to believe it's just physical. That's the Satan trap, right? Now you're thinking like a Satanist, right? Someone who's very critical, not someone who's very critical, but just someone in denial of spirit while knowing that they're spirit, but deceiving people. Okay. So Uranus represents the causal realm of the mind that exists because the universe is mental outside of time and space. So contemplate the fact it's out of bounds, right? Uranian energy is seen as weird, supernatural. It is not normal. If you think about in a relative system, things that are measured in averages to give you an idea of what's normal given the governed system. Then you have Pisces and Aquarius. They're weird and strange asses, are anti, like they're not normal. Like they don't exist within the guidelines of what's normal. They threaten the balance, but also institute innovative means to change a system and take it beyond what it is. So Uranian energy is seen as weird. Neptunian energy is seen as strange or delusional. And then Plutonian energy is seen as extreme or extremist. Okay. Hence why Pluto just be killing shit. But like when we talk about Uranus, which is the revolution of innovation, right? Uranus will learn all of Saturn's rules so it knows how to break them because it exists outside the system. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. Everything that we say about Uranus is what our puny brains can process. You have to also accept that what we understand and experience with these outer planets is but an infinitesimal fraction of what it really is. And relative to when we discovered these planets, if you were to take the age of that, how long it has been since we are aware and conscious of it, it's still a relatively young age. So we're still aging in our wisdom of understanding its influence that has always existed, but how we correlate it. So I'm saying all that to say that with Uranus, with its new cycle in Taurus, this is manifesting the full brunt of supernatural phenomena, activity, and understanding. And let me say that again. What does it mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your understanding of the supernatural is primarily through science fiction and fantasy. Your real life too, but like your understanding of it has to be contextualized with external media to help you understand it. Well, what if you didn't really need that anymore? What if you really understood how to perceive your real life so that, as you already do, the most magical source of your real life is you. You wouldn't have to escape into a fantasy novel. You can just go talk to your weird ass Pisces friend that miracles be happening around indiscriminately. I'm sick of your shit, Pisces. I'm sick of your freaking shit. I'm sick of your freaking shit, Pisces. I am fucking sick of your shit. Can you believe this one Pisces woman interviewed me the other day? She interviewed me the other day, B. Okay. And she was talking about, yeah, has it been raining around there? I was like, yeah, it's been raining in Nevada. It never rains here. She's like, yeah, that's me. That's because of me, because I manipulated the weather. As soon as she said she was a Pisces sun and aqua moon, I was like, she really did do that shit. And then my cat Moon was angry, like, see, this is why I clown Pisces on my live, because y'all just want to do some extra magical shit. Now it's raining for no reason. Thankfully, she healing the water, because y'all be healing the water and doing that. But like, you just don't care. You want to call on the rain. Now I'm getting rained on the way back from the dispensary because you want to save the world and heal the water. Pisces, I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your shit, Pisces. Sagittarius, you there too? It's just you work for yours. You work for yours. I'm not saying Pisces don't work. I'm gonna just say Pisces extra magical. No, I don't. I just get that off. It's already bad enough. It's already bad enough. Okay, y'all just want to fuck around and just do some miraculous magic shit that affects the whole rest of the world. And you'd be like, yeah, that was just because of me. I just farted and your whole life changed. Like, I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your shit, Pisces. It is what it is. Technically, I'm not supposed to be, but like Jesus. Shout out to Jesus, by the way. Okay. Anyway, God. The Secret Life of the God Squad Instagram live coming soon. I have to go in on y'all. I'm gonna go in on Sag, Cap, Aqua, and Pisces because this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, leave Sag out of this. Now you can just hang out with your Sag friend and your life will just change forever. You know what I'm saying? Just because they decided, you know what, I'm gonna just change this person's life because they can just do that apparently. Like, anyway, it is what it is. If you think that Taurus is a sign that represents your body's ability, oh yeah, it's one of the greatest beefs of all time. One of the greatest beefs of all time is Pisces and Sag. Capricorn and Cancer is up there too. But Pisces and Sag be having the most splendiferous beefs because you'll be thinking they're friends at first. And then it's like, no, they're not friends. And then it's like, weren't y'all making love before? Now y'all hate each other. I don't know. But anyway, even if they're like platonic. Anyway, yeah. Look at me, Gemini, Instagame. I'm trying to instigate between them. Don't mind me. But like, yes. Taurus representing your body's ability to process physiological function. You know what I mean? Like Sagittarius is vision, but like your brain gives you sight. I think that's how you say it. Your brain, regardless, gives you the physiological sense of sight, smell, taste, hearing. Uranus that's gone into Taurus basically took the power, it activated in your spirit, and it's manifesting it through your body's physical functions. So now you have clairvoyance instead of just physical vision. Now you have clairaudience instead of just physical hearing. Now you're tasting things from different times and timelines, clairgustiance instead of just gustiance. Now, this is something everyone's going through, but everyone's unique as a snowflake. So the way that they download this onto their person is unique. It's being expressed through people's personality and branding. Furthermore, consider the fact that this is like a decade-long transit. It's maybe give or take like 7-8 years. So by the time Uranus finishes out of Taurus, you have fully mastered clairs. If maybe your main clair is clairvoyance, you can use it at will. This is the subtle process, because if this didn't happen subtly and your senses were just all of a sudden heightened, you'd be, oh my God, and then all the Pisces would be talking shit like, see, now you know how we feel. You've been calling us sensitive. Hey, how's that feel? How's that feel? Pisces, go in the corner. Go in the corner. No one asked you to be super magical. No one asked you to be the most magical. Okay? No one cares. No one cares. So this is going to take a while. This is going to take a while. Clairsmelliant. Okay? And no one wants to be shriveled up, overdosed like Pisces. So thankfully, Taurus, the slowest zodiac sign, is taking its time. It's taking its time. And remember, this is Uranus here. In the wider scheme of things, the irregular Uranian orbit will be joined first by Jupiter, now that the North Node is going through. And then, oh yeah, can't forget Claire Catch Them Hands. So we have Clairsmelliant, Clairlookiant, Claire Catch Them Hands, Clairhearient. Okay. Some of y'all, your sexual organs are clairs too. Whenever someone who got it like that, you get the Claire down there. We can call it Claire down there. It'll just be like, oh, they can get it. Or, oh, we can call that the Claire down there. Then we also have the Clairo Factory. You like that one, Claire down there? I like that. I like that. I really like that one. Claire Sexulent. Claire these nuts. Yep, every single Claire that you can think of. See, this is the coolest thing about this retrograde too. You're going to learn that you have clairs that you didn't even know existed. You're going to learn that you have clairs that are unique to you. You have clairs that other people can't clair. All clair. You know what I'm saying? Claire clapping shit up. You know what I'm saying? Some of you have like your own specific clair that, you know, Claire income. Y'all are killing this. I love this. This is amazing. These are all the clairs that you're unlocking. All right. And yes, the purpose of this once again is once that's hilarious. Claire breakthrough. Once this goes into Gemini, Uranus has innovated your bodily function, manifesting the power of your spirit, so that once it goes into Gemini, now that it has grounded this advanced function through your physical brain, it can now start to advance your mind. And Uranus going through Gemini is going to, as it does every time it cycles. So if you were to do, which I'm going to research, if you were to do an actual experiment of the cycles of what happens with Uranus going through Gemini and the periods at which it does, as the Uranus cycle, I think, is about 65 years. It goes through the whole zodiac. Every time Uranus goes into Gemini, it enhances and radically accelerates the nature that human brains process information tenfold.
we'll usually see this marked by advancements in technology that can help increase this while also individually doing this. So by the time Uranus is going through and finishes out of Gemini, you'll be able to process information so lightning fast that it'll take you 5 seconds to communicate something that normally takes you 2 minutes to say. So instead of just being like, I came out the car and I went up the stairs and then I saw your friend and it was just like really messed up how he treated me because I have to really address this because they crossed the line, versus the end of Uranus and Gemini, it's just going to be like, he did. That's it. 2 words. So like it's so subtle that you need the end of this Uranus and Taurus transit to innovate your whole bodily function. Like we're moving beyond, with Neptune coming out of Pisces, means of understanding how you do anything beyond what's normal and what you're used to. Remember, some of you watching this are advanced. So you're bringing your expertise. Like some of you have South Node in Aquarius. Some of you have Moon, Sun in Aquarius, like your celestial gods. You came here to assist humanity. Some of you are Pisces, Ascended Masters. You came here to assist humanity. So those of you watching me with that energy, there's nothing that I'm telling you that you don't know. You understand everything I'm saying at a much higher advanced level. It's like, oh my gosh, yes, peace dealer. Yes, this is what I'm doing. So like, keep that in mind versus people like me with the Gemini and the Aries energy, or it doesn't even matter if you have all the rest of the energy, where we learn things like kids. And so we're picking it up moment to moment, experience by experience. What you need to really accept with this is Uranus and Aries really accepted that you have superpowers, right? Uranus and Taurus is, okay, it's not enough that you have superpowers. The natural quality of your body is supernatural. Okay, that's very important to establish. The quantum level of manifesting supernatural quality towards your physiological function makes itself plainly evident and known, seemingly out of nowhere, now that our awareness is breaking through into more social channels to integrate recently activated power. As you can see, this transit is going to go from Virgo season all the way to Aquarius season. By the time we're in Pisces season, Uranus is not only direct, but it's gone back into Uranus. It's gone back 15 degrees. This is going to be around the time it goes direct. And the reason why that's significant is because it's going to be squaring Uranus. So we're going to have the quincunx to Uranus, which is happening right now. Okay. Then, no, it's the trine. We're having the trine to Uranus to Virgo. Then we're going to have the opposition to Uranus with the Scorpio eclipse. And then we're going to have it's going to go direct, and we're going to have the square to Aquarius. Okay. So if I can be very clear with you, okay, the transit between Virgo and Aquarius is an integration function that if you think that Uranus has gone direct, what the effect of this should feel like, okay, is, remember, Uranus is transdimensional. So because it's beyond the physical and your ability to process, right? Hence why these things are labeled science fiction and fantasy, because they can't be measured by these Saturnian devices, right? The quantum nature and the extra dimensional nature of this Uranian energy and power in Taurus, as it's been going direct, right, is, first of all, was going direct while the sun was in individual zodiac signs. So this is like choosing your character in light of an updated firmware update in a video game that, remember, this isn't Uranus's first rodeo. So this is based on this cycle, another update. And so you're re-updating your character, right? The reason why I want to be careful about how I say this is now that it's going retrograde during an integration arc, is while you are now taking all this energy you have expressed, you're bringing it all together, integrating all the pieces together so that you can create something through Sagittarius while Uranus is retrograding. And it's not so much reevaluating what you learned as much as it is you releasing what you've built up. I want to make sure I say this straight. The best way I can put this into words is this entire process is quantum and it's extra dimensional, meaning that is beyond this dimension. Okay. So thank you, Jupiter and Transit. So for a quick exercise like this, right? Right now, I've been talking for 36 minutes. How many of you thought about the cells that are moving around your body? How many of you made the conscious decision to breathe and direct air down to your feet? You didn't. It's auto nervous. What I'm referencing is your auto nervous system. Like, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of processes that are occurring in your body right now that you're not thinking about doing. Think about the undisclosed number of neurons that are firing from your brain so that you can move what you're moving. You're not really thinking about this. So that's a way to think about Uranus. It's not like Mercury that represents your brain's processing. This is why we say Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. It's not like Venus, your heart, that's personal. Venus could be seen through your lover. Venus could be seen through the stuff that you love. Uranus is beyond your ability to process. So it's higher transdimensional frequencies and angelic beings that vibrate at picoseconds at a time. And so they had a whole conversation and battle before you can even say a word. It's transdimensional, like this next level. This rules Aquarius, by the way. That's why you have to look at Aquarians like they're weird, because it's like, holy shit, you exist. Like, you're supernatural. Like, you're not from this world. You're out of this world. But anyway, before I teach you that level of racism, that'll come with a course, how to be racist to Aquarians. I will give you a course like how to be racist to Aries, how to be racist to Taurus, how to be racist to Gemini. Don't worry, it's gonna come when I'm like a bitter old man in my 50s or 60s, but still happy, not like a bad bitter. I'm sorry, a salty old man. So I'm gonna be salty. Oh, I'm gonna be a saltier older man just because I want to be salty, and then I can teach racism better when you're salty. But it is what it is. I'm just doing the Lord's work. Anyway, once again, okay. Uranus in its transdimensional quality represents the connection of this causal realm. It's the causal realm's intersection with this reality that induces the phenomena of you thinking about someone and then they call. Your brain doesn't have the ability to process, at least at the time, the phenomena that your energy is linking with someone else. Quantum mechanics are exploring the theory of non-locality, where electrons can respond to others in different spaces. So when you and someone else's soul connects transdimensionally, your brains will process it as a thought about them, or you might not even be conscious about this thought about them. That's why telepathy is going to be one of the greatest breakthroughs here, where your ability to function telepathically at a much more practical way will be paved through Virgo. It's just some of you are already there, while others are breaking through. And the reason why people can't do telepathy is because they can do telepathy. It's not that most people can't do telepathy, it's that most people are blocked by their own decision. The average person has so many frequency blocks and are bombarded by frequencies. It's not that you can't do telepathy, it's that there's so much static. Like if you were to take away all of the broadband frequencies that have been built with towers, or if you were all out like in a desert where there's no noise, you would have fluent telepathy a lot more. There's so many layers and facets. Now I want you to take that same concept, and now this is why Uranus and Taurus is integrating sudden awakening. Okay, you have been awakening. So the Uranus retrograde in Taurus isn't necessarily what's going to awaken you. It's the retrograde that's going to remind you that you have been awakening. So let's just say theoretically, up until this point, you have been completely unconscious to how much you've evolved. You didn't really have a capacity to understand because it incorporated phenomena that your brain just isn't used to processing, but you still felt it. Now this retrograde is going to make you hyper aware of supernatural phenomena that was in your face the whole time. Remember, the subconscious can block stuff out that's there. It doesn't mean it wasn't there. It just didn't know how to process it. And so now stuff that was hidden in plain sight is just going to completely reveal itself. And it's going to feel like you're awakening, but it's not that you're awakening. The retrograde, while we go through Virgo, which analyzes the details of physical experience, will analyze stuff that you have been feeling since birth, and you're instantly going to remember something that you are seeing for the first time or conscious of for the first time, but have always known. You're instantly, with its connection to the nodes, going to draw from wisdom, South Node Scorpio, you have had for lifetimes. So there's different levels and layers to this. The first layer and level that I want to introduce you to is an understanding about how your physical body works in a way you have never been taught it before. You kind of, and remember, Uranus in a tarot is the Fool card. So you kind of have to throw away everything you've ever learned about anatomy and biology, because Uranus and Taurus is going to teach you fart different. You have a spirit. So the way your body responds to everything is not going to be like everyone else. So some of you don't even know that when you cough, you might be dooming the world. Not because coughing is bad, but you specifically, when you cough, an earthquake happens 10,000 miles away from you. Isn't that such a preposterous thing to say? That's why Uranus is controversial. It's science fiction, but is it? Because reality is stranger than fiction. So this is what this transit is like. Your capacity to notice these more extra dimensional quantum notions, now that Uranus is farther along in this new cycle, is going to be that much more. It's not like it'll be 17 years from now. It'll be extra hyper noticeable because it's now in the social signs. But it's going to be like you cough and you channel this wisdom, and then you're like, that's crazy. Wait, let me actually look up earthquakes. Like, let's say there's a website that lets you know the active earthquakes that are happening. And then you think of a place and then you cough. That'll be crazy if this place that I thought of started. Oh my God. No, wait. Oh my God. Like, listen to me. Are you sitting down? How crazy would it be if that was true? you're going to manifest the equivalent of that, where now the sun in Virgo is giving you a practical means to analyze supernatural information and energy. Opposition to Neptune, trine to Uranus. What's up? Some of you literally will be able to prove definitively that when you have an orgasm, you can make a wish come true, especially if a Pisces energy. Seriously. Like definitively. Like, oh no, baby, like this dick ain't free or this vagina ain't free, baby. Like you got to be special, because if I climax, your direct desire will come true. Like some crazy shit, like some crazy shit. It's also going to be connected to a working theory you've had about yourself your whole life that you're also coming into more proof of than ever, especially now because it's integrating. You're going to come into this proof from other people who don't even know that they're proving it for you in the way they say what they say. Hence the social channels where you're connecting with other people, but that is real, right? So keep that in mind. Claire orgasm. That happens every time I Claire orgasm. I told you. All right, that's it. We're starting the trans divine movement and the Claire orgasm movement. That's it right there. Yeah, that's it. We're trans divine and our powers are Claire orgasmic. That's it right there. Okay. Wow, that was so beautiful. Remember, the 9th house in astrology brings things to light. So the reason why we're going to be able to see these quantum extra dimensional facets on the body is because the Virgo transit, right, has Uranus 9th house to it. I want you to see how this transit begins with Uranus 9th house to the Virgo sign. Okay, right now we're coming into the square, which is going to kick it off. So the square is going to change our perception. And after this square with Mars, we're going to start noticing shit. You're going to start noticing stuff about your physical body that a part of you always believed, but you said you were crazy. No, that's crazy. No, that's crazy. No, that's crazy. No, you're supernatural. You're a weirdo. You're a supernatural. You're weird. Weird is supernatural. You're weird. You're weird. And you try to suppress this your whole life, and you're going to realize everyone else is weird like you. Well, not everyone, but like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got something. So, y'all, this is very important. Once again, Uranus is going to be 9th house to the sun. And with this negative energy, Taurus is negative, Virgo is negative, Leo is positive. You're interfacing with insecurity from those who are intimidated from your exuberance. So you're also being receptive to attacks on your character, insults from weak little bitches who will never say it to your face or ever have it like you have it. And this is also going to be an empowerment as you break through that too, because once again, you're seeing the influence of your aura. Everything that I'm saying that denotes to this whole notion of you being in a position, Nancy, thank you very much. I got your chart. You being in a position to notice these facets of your body like never before, right, is being done so to, once again, the first stage of this is you're going to notice for real the supernatural quality of your body. Mind you, Uranus is in the 2nd decade of Mercury, analytical Mercury. That's the most crucial part here. Once Uranus goes into the 3rd decade, which is Saturn, you are hyper manifesting the power of these supernatural effects. So the 1st decade, Uranus through the Venus decade, manifested it onto your person. Now the 2nd decade is mastering it. It's now after it's like if this was a production plant, Venus actually creates the design of the book, and then Mercury titles it, puts the information, and then Saturn takes it out to be shipped. And so this part is important going through Virgo because you are gaining analysis of the details of the quality of the supernatural energy. So you're going to also come into this through projection of insults towards you, who are intimidated by the eccentric nature of this integration because they're weak little bitches. And you will see this in their character. And so the most important thing here is you don't have to do anything to respond to it because it's beneath you. Them responding to you is an insecure response. The moment they do that, they're snitching on themselves. The moment you feel the need to respond to them in any way, you're kind of giving them power. And you don't have to give them any power. That's just how powerful you are. You're going to reframe the way you feel about these weak little bitches, and it's going to Chiron and Aries empower your character more. This is you fundamentally taking your power back. And it's going to piss off a lot of people because these people have operated with so much illusions, hence the opposition of Virgo to Neptune, that as you in these real social spaces show them for real, bitch, you're delusional. They're going to project their insecurity on you. Look at you being such a badass. Okay, straight up. So the first stage of this, okay, is Uranus in the 9th house. Virgo season is going to show you the supernatural quality of your body. And it's starting right now. This, whether it goes retrograde or direct, has been happening. But because it's retrograde, this is you realizing what has been awakening. So basically, it's going to be like a story. It's going to be like a story where it's like you were looking for an item the whole time. And like you started this journey with a stick and you just had to bring the stick with you. But it's like, when am I going to find this power? When I'm going to find the sword? And then you finally get to the place, and then the stick that you had, the Uranus finally retrogrades, and then the stick that you had transforms suddenly. And then you realize that the stick was feeding you nutrients and superpowers the whole time. But because you gave it kinetic power, because you didn't just leave that stick down on the floor, you brought it with you, you carried it with you, you gave it energy, okay, it was able to activate your latent power. You were unconscious of this the entire time. Okay, I want you to think about certain shows or movies like a Zanpakuto or like a Full Bring, where certain people, the item that they hold or something that has sentimental value to them that they feel their energy in is able to harness their power, right? That's a little bit like Uranus and Taurus. You don't have to think about it that literally, but this is where during this retrograde, you start to realize, oh, I was so busy building and working on myself, I didn't even realize the small, minute ways that I have awakened and evolved into and through this. So it's not like you're gaining any boost of extra power. This is what was within you the whole time. Virgo season is just blossoming it. Harvesting it. The only thing that changes is the way you fundamentally change your behavior about how you analyze your physical function. That's going to change the game for you, because now you're going to cough different. You're going to be on the phone like, look, you're about 10,000 miles away from me, friend. I don't like the way you're talking to me. I feel like coughing. You're like, what does coughing have to do with anything of this? You weirdo. I'll be like, don't make me cough. Don't make me cough. Don't make me I can cough right now. I'll be shaking where you're at. This lunatic is talking about if he coughs, the earth will cake. What, you coughed? Was anything? Oh shit! Whoa! Oh my god! And the call cuts. It's not a game. 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 Don't let me sneeze and blow up Jupiter. Okay. Okay. And I have to use that example because an example like that is so preposterous until you awaken this retrograde and realize you're preposterous. You have the audacity to be that psychic. And now some of you already have awakened psychic ability. So it's not necessarily like you're awakening this for the first time. This is just taking you to the next level. Okay. So with that being said, okay, the Virgo chapter of this is fundamentally preparing you to notice every detail. Okay. We're going to have the square to Mars, and then we're going to have the trine to Uranus. So the square to Mars is literally going to happen tomorrow, 27th, tomorrow and Saturday. Okay, the new moon. Then we're going to have the trine to Uranus. Oh, shit. Oops. So we have the new moon. We have the square to Mars. Then we're going to have the trine to Uranus, right? The week of the 10th of September, which is going to be the full moon. So I want to speak to this real quick because this is actually really key. These mutable squares are very interesting, right? First, we have the new moon in Virgo, and welcome to the club, my friend. Welcome to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Okay, so here we go. We have the new moon. The new moon is going to square Mars in Gemini. So we're starting this new cycle of changing your behavior while Mars is going to have us enter the magic. The way you think about the power of your magic will never be the same ever again. That's how we step into this bitch. That's going to now shift your perspective. And after that shifted perspective, from the 27th to the 10th of September, you are now gaining more and more details. Now that your perspective is shifted and you're like, whoa, I'm in a magical reality. Now you're going to start to notice real key proof. Okay. It's the reason why you were feeling before superstitions about yourself is because you didn't process it yet. Now you're proving whatever was a superstition. It's not a superstition. It's reality. The most revolutionary, magical, unique fantasy element, okay, is you here. And you are bringing this into reality. Remember, 6 months ago, we had the Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, you know what I'm saying, conjunction in Pisces. I'm sorry, Jupiter, Neptune, Sun, Moon conjunction. We're making all that real, okay? So what's very key here is we start the new moon here, and then the full moon happens while we trine Uranus. This is a completion of perspective. The new moon kicks the adventure off. The full moon presents a rabbit hole you're going to get ready to go down. It's going to complete your understanding. So if the new moon is where you're Neo getting chased by those agents, like, I don't want to die, the full moon is I was going to say it's this quarter square, but we can say it's the full moon. The full moon is Morpheus giving you the pills like blue pill or red pill. I want to say it's the quarter square in Sagittarius, but it's just going to complete the understanding of the metaphysical induced and integrated in your real experience at a hyper unconventional quality and degree. So you're talking to somebody, and now someone comes over their shoulder because you have Mercury and Pisces. And it's like, look, I've been trying to talk to this weird ass motherfucker all day. Can you let him know that I'm his dead relative and he's not listening to me? My name is Frank. And you're like, this is going to sound really weird. And then they interrupt you and they're like, are you talking about Frank? Don't listen to Frank. Frank thinks he's slick. Like, this is going to be weird. Or you're going to be like, do you know Frank? And they're going to be like, how the fuck did you know Frank? I'm like, look, he says he's on your shoulder. Is that what I've been feeling? Like, It's not even necessarily the first time something like that has happened to you, but we're going to see more of a regulated occurrence that happens more common in social environments. Brittany, welcome to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Now, the reason why you want to be careful about projection is weak little bitches are used as puppets by agents of the Matrix to reinforce doubt. Because these are extra dimensional experiences, this opens you up to be targeted because you are now proliferating and expressing what has been overall polished to be some fantasy experience. And so you might be attacked by beings you can't see. The fundamental notion of a psychic attack is an extra dimensional projection outside of your brain's ability to process that you pick up on energetically. My friend, Virgo season is going to quintessentially change the way you even address and approach it. You're going to understand the input output nature of your body during this period that will change the way you even receive understanding of this. This is right before Mercury goes retrograde, by the way, and starts to reevaluate after you've made your decision how you're getting ready to not only approach this with the moon in Gemini that will give you enlightened understanding of how to communicate this, but will prepare you to present this. So it's very important that you look at the mutable squares. The mutable moons during this are facets that change our perspective because it can't just happen at once. So you have to have the initial experience, then you have to understand the meaning, moon in Sagittarius, of what you're analyzing. Then you have to come into the full understanding of why that completes. Oh, that's why I'm seeing a ghost pretend it's having sex. This makes no sense. Then it's going to go into Gemini, and you're going to be able to understand the conscious mental way to communicate it. And this now configures your experience. So in the case of Neptune and Pisces, you're practically analyzing supernatural shit your whole life you was told wasn't true, but these lion ass motherfuckers is getting exposed today. Amen. LAMF. Lion ass motherfuckers, okay, or motherfuckers for short. I don't know if that makes it shorter, but anyway, that is the Virgo season nature of this transit. Now, this is where things get spicy. You want to think of Virgo season as like a setup, okay, a crazy setup. After Virgo season, okay, where you basically pull receipts, your body is going to pull receipts and be like, this person's lying, that person's lying, this idiot don't even know who they are. I don't know why they're talking shit about you. This person feels this. Like, your body's going to let you know all these details. Then we're going to go into Libra season, and we're going to call this season fact presentation season, receipt presentation. You're going to fundamentally go to every single relationship and you're going to present receipts. You're not even going to use much words. You're just going to be like, and you're just going to see people switch up. You're going to see the people's true characters. Libra. That's why Virgo's 12th house to Libra, because everyone will put on that Libra mask until you present receipts, and then the 12th house unravels it like, oh, well, fuck you then. Okay, so like, here we go. Some of you are already doing this, especially if you have Virgo energy. Here we go. Or Virgo placements. Here we go. Libra season is going to be the presentation faction of this. It's also going to be the beginning of cuffing season and the cuffing season draft. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Virgo season is your last season to prepare for cuffing season. The draft will occur soon. For anyone out there wanting to get cuffed, it is amongst us. It is occurring. Okay. What's very key here is the presentation of this Libra power. King Kunks is Uranus. Uranus transforms the Libra placements. Taurus is 8th house to Libra. So this is where now that in Virgo season, you have fully analyzed the hyper awareness of supernatural qualities of your body, that through Virgo, you have real experiences to be like, oh my gosh, whenever I fart, the sexiest woman calls me or falls in love with me. This is crazy. I thought I was crazy at first, but then I farted on a date and she actually reached over and kissed me. And then I thought I was making it up. And then I went to the bathroom and I farted and I thought about a sexy lady and she called me. I don't even know how to feel about this power. I don't even know the ethics and morality about this power. That's going to be Sagittarius season where you explore, what is it right for me to use this power? Like, we're not there yet. I don't even know what to think about it, but I do know I got fart magic. Like, this is huge. This is monumental. This is monumental. Then you're going to go into Libra after you've analyzed it and apply the analysis and complete your research. Cuffing season is when people finish their hoe phase during the summer or going out and exploring, and they finally draft who they are going to cuff for the winter weather so that they can be warm, amongst other things. So this is where you're going to present the receipts. Okay. Libra is very key because the expression and presentation of these facts are going to help you balance and adjust what you analyzed, because during this season you're going to recognize, okay, this is my real experience of it, but this is how it is applied with other people. The Libra portion of this is going to transform completely, coming into Sagittarius of breakthrough season, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, how people think about you and how people view you. It doesn't mean people who don't respect you will respect you anymore, but they will reluctantly have to accept that they were never right about you. Like people who were like, oh, that's a con artist, that person's a fraud. Now in Libra season, you've presented that you're the real deal. And now they're like, well, I still don't like that person, but I guess they are legit. Yeah, bitch. I am legit, you weak little bitch. That's what you're going to be like. You're like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. I'm Clairo orgasmic too, bitch. Talk your shit, ladies and gentlemen. Talk your shit. So what's also very key here is, as Venus will join the party in its dignity and begin to trine Mars, the social intellectual axis of this really brings justice. And this is why you reap what you sow. So for those of you who have put in hard work, especially through Virgo, that's what you're going to manifest and reap. If you put in fakeness, if you cut corners, if you're trying to deceive people through Virgo season, you're going to get exposed through Libra season. That's how that works. It's what you put in, you get out. And it's important too, because it will all sorts of things will happen. So the opposite will happen too. Anywhere where you might have mistaken yourself, anywhere where you might be imbalancing your ego, you will be confronted with so that you can balance it. But we want to highlight the transformation of the effect of your body in relationships, because this is where things will get even more supernatural, especially with the opposition of Jupiter and Aries. Now you're going to realize that when you're around certain people who their energy connects with your energy and you fart, your powers are enhanced 5 times over. You're going to recognize that somebody, when you do a patty cake with, and only that person, both of you can manifest $1 million. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. You want to split the money? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you just won $1 million. It worked again. No way, it worked again. Oh my God, that's crazy. And I'm using these crazy ass examples because the the thing that the experience for you is not going to be a normal experience. It's not going to be one that makes sense to you. It's like the occurrence of this isn't going to be a conventionally normal experience that fits within the box of something normal. Thank you. I have to make it the silliest analogy possible because this is going to be an extra dimensionally unconventional experience. It's going to be something you're not used to. So I want you to think about how silly and crazy that example is. And as crazy as you think it is, that's what you're going to manifest. You're going to produce a similar feeling. Okay. So just keep that in mind because this even happening is proof that you're so freaking magical. Like none of this would happen if you weren't magical and connected with other magical beings such as yourself. Right. So it's important we kind of establish that, especially because Libra trining Mars and Gemini will also prepare for you to fully express socially the advanced nature with its trine to Saturn, how you're strengthening the application of the knowledge of this magic in your relations with other people. Because by this time, you'll know more the nature of your magical ability and you'll know how to actually apply this once again so much more. Fart activate. Some of you will be able to fart Febreze. Your fart won't even smell. It's like your fart. It's like you'll troll people. You just be like, wait. And they're like, dude, what's wrong? I'm like, no. Smell it. Ew. Oh my God. Oh, it's the best smell I've ever smelled ever. Could you fart again? Yes, hold on. And it smells like they sharded. Oh, it smells like strawberries. Oh my God. Like this is beyond reason. It's beyond reason. It's not gonna make sense to you guys. It's none of this shit is gonna make sense to you why someone walks up to you that doesn't know you and now they're telling you things about your life that like you always known deep inside you. Like it's just, and this is where it's not that it's crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy amazing. And this crazy amazing occurrence and phenomena is why, you know what I'm saying, you're so gifted. So Virgo season is where, you know what I'm saying, you start to realize I'm magical as fuck. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know. I just had to wink 3 times and then like woman will just be attracted to me. I gotta turn it off by being like but if I do like women will just start looking at me sexy. It's crazy. I could turn it on, I could turn it off. Look. What's up, girl? What's up? I'm gonna turn it off. Right. And then you go into Libra season and then you start applying it. Like, hold on. I'm out in the club right now. Hold on. You said you said that I can bring a date, right? All right. Where's your date? Oh, my date's right there. Who? What's that? Want to be my date? There you go. Now you applying it Libra season. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be nice. Libra season's going to be epic. And then we go into Scorpio season. And all of that shit ends immediately. And it's going to turn into a horror thriller. Your life will turn into a legitimate horror movie, Scorpio season, and then it's going to intensify in horror, and then in Sagittarius, it's going to turn into a thriller. So if you like thrillers and if you like horrors, maybe slashers, then you're going to love this. If you don't go outside. Don't go outside. Listen, don't go outside. Don't be that. Don't try and go outside. Just chill. Just wait till Capricorn season, finish the final boss, because it's going to get crazy. The first layer of what's going to get crazy is the intensity of all these people worldwide realizing these things that have been done to their body and realizing how their body's awakening will reach an intensifying crescendo point that will cause a lot of chaos and also will create this manic sense of psychosis. it's a temporary period where certain people have to go crazier so that they can be sane. And nothing I'm saying makes sense because there's a way that I want to say this that I'm not saying it right. I'm just trying to find the best way to put it into words. But it's really just the intensity and pressure of a Scorpio opposition with the Saturn square. It's going to have people go fucking crazy. Remember, these are more quantum and minute extra dimensional facets that still influence you that you don't see. So it's going to come at a pressure point to where boom, and people, it manifests in people, like people who are aware of it, they're not going to go crazy because they're aware of it. People who aren't aware of it, they're going to go fucking crazy. They're not going to know how to react to what's happening around them. They're going to go fucking crazy. So once again, this might be exciting. Some of you like thrillers. Some of you like this type of shit. So like this could be the time of your life. Like some people thrive in conflict. If you thrive in conflict, you are going to love this period. So Virgo is going to show you the details. Libra is going to be where you present, you're transforming your relationships with people because of the quality of your body's effects on people. And then boom, Scorpio will complete this. Cement that. The actions you take in Libra to transform it, the cement is going to be poured on it, and that's it for good. Be very careful because now Scorpio is going to unlock an even deeper layer that will make people even go crazier. Because of the nodes, you are going to be processing during this eclipse period phenomena that you have always known, but you're learning for the first time. Imagine if you suddenly picked up the ability to just play guitar and you've never played guitar ever in your life. I love how I said play guitar and I meant to say piano. That's ridiculous. You've never played a guitar ever in your life, but now you're just, and even your brain is processing it as weird. Like your brain is like, how am I doing this? But you just know how to do it. But you realize that in a past life, you were a master guitar player. And so your brain hasn't been trained to think like that. Not many people's consciousnesses have been expanded to understand how you can pick up information from within you beyond this time and space. The way we've been taught effectively forces us to nerf ourselves because we engage in this inductive and deductive reasoning that the sole purpose is for you to gain information externally from you. The way you are taught as a child builds your brain's function to develop an external locus of control instead of the internal locus of control every child has with their connection to the divine and the imagination. And so we don't flex those muscles. And it's going to be weird for some of you. For some of you, it's going to be as easy as breathing, but it's going to kind of feel weird. For some of you already feeling this now. It's just going to be super intense Scorpio season because the eclipse of the south node to the north node is manifesting on your person. Every single supernatural ability and divine understanding or pure understanding of yourself that has ever existed. If you also buy into the theory or belief that everything everywhere all at once is happening, right? Like you can reincarnate in a time period before this one, right? Or after this one, then it's not necessarily, when I say past life, specific to something past in a time sense. We can just correlate this to every incarnation that you've had. And you don't want to think of it in a linear sense because there's a much deeper sense of this that, once again, because Pluto represents the unconscious and because Uranus is in Taurus, it's not something that your brain is going to be like, okay, I'm understanding this. Okay, I'm understanding that. You're just going to know some things. There's just certain things you're just going to know that you're not necessarily going to know how you know. You know? And this is going to be exhilarating for people who understand themselves. For people who don't understand themselves, they're going to think something's wrong with them, or it's just going to be very weird. It's going to be very, very weird. Okay, you're going to tap into the multidimensionality of your other selves that exist with you in this moment right now. And it's all converging. Okay. This transformation is brought towards you by not only the Scorpio energy, but with Jupiter that's going to be retrograding back into Pisces. This is where all the details that you're discovering now and will present in Libra, you're going to transform into in Scorpio, hence the completion. Everything that you see in your body, you are now expressing purely. All right. And that's where we get into the thriller, where things get even crazier. Because remember, you're going to present this in Libra. So Libra is where you present the receipts. Scorpio is where you executioner. And then we get into the thriller and slasher of I fucking told you so, bitches. You trying to run from me, and you're just going to murder people with receipts. You're going to be, you were talking all that shit. You were talking all that shit. Here's more receipts. Here's more receipts. We were right. Coming soon. It's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. It's not a joke. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. This is not funny. This is not funny. Because like every one of you, by the way, you know that you're right, but you don't even know how right you are. Like, you just know that you were right about some shit. There's a whole layer that's going to unveil, and you're going to be like, oh shit, I was right. No, it's not a joke. So anyway, the Sagittarius chapter here is key because the Sagittarius chapter is the 8th house to Uranus transformation of higher perspective. Why is this important? Virgo season is fundamentally blessing you with an analytically practical perspective of what exactly you have been manifesting. After you transform that understanding with this pure completion, you are ascending into light of higher understanding, the ascended perspective and quality of how to take this analysis and see higher ways to go beyond what it is you're already established through Libra, what it is you've already done and presented through Libra. Sag is going to show you where you can take it. It's also applying this ascended perspective that will now transform the nature of your supernatural body and begin the change of seeing how these qualities have reached a higher level. Okay. So let's say that you cough and there's an earthquake thousands of miles away. And then you transform that knowledge. Scorpio season. Sagittarius season is now where you come into upgrades of ascension, and now you cough and the whole world has an earthquake. You have now taken your understanding of this quality of your body to an ascended God level. And the hyper accelerated quality of this is happening because of Jupiter at the end of Pisces near Neptune. That takes something that might take years, will happen in 2 months to 2 weeks, 2 weeks to 2 months. And once again, your brain's not going to be able to, it's not going to, there's a lot of things that won't make sense to your brain because majority of a lot of what you were taught was a lie anyway. So it's not that it doesn't make sense. It's that a lot of what you were taught was complete hogwash. Complete hogwash. Jihai, please email me your chart to thepeacedealer.com if this is for a chart reading. All right. So once again, this is very, very, very redonkulous because the nature of how you're personally once again operating and stepping into this puts you in a position to realistically, like never before, not only ascend the nature and quality of this, it doesn't happen from nowhere. You're practicing this ability. So the person who can cough, the email is thepeacedealer@gmail.com. The person who can cough and make the earthquake happen was practicing this ability. The ascension now brings you into a temporarily unstable state. So the square is the dynamic that's somewhat unstable, and it's like, I can't control this power, right? Well, now Capricorn season is going to be the trine. We had the opening trine in Virgo. Capricorn season is going to be the final trine, where now you cough and you've mastered the ability to control anywhere in the world and what level it is an earthquake happens. Boss. And I just expertly broke down in a semi-vague way the process of understanding the details through Virgo season, breaking through Scorpio, ascending, and then actually being able to control the supernatural quality of your body. Uranus to Capricorn is the 5th house. So whereas Virgo will show you the 9th house meaning of it, Capricorn in the 5th gives you the higher power to now have fun with ways you creatively express with this greater mastery the quality of your body. How long does this confusing state last? The confusing state, which won't be confusing for everyone, will last just during Sag season, specifically the end of the month with the square to Jupiter. And then, of course, Capricorn is going to bring the control and mastery of these facets of your ability. This is where we'll begin to see Mars get ready to go direct. And finally, of course, your Aquarius is how we'll end this. So the square into Aquarius will close out this transit by facilitating the final knowledge of everything that you have continue to uncover, because it doesn't end here. It's just that square takes this growth and anchors it. What's going to happen is it'll go direct again. It'll go back into Taurus, activate a new cycle. We're going to do it all over again. Everything we're experiencing with this retrograde, like with the opposition and the square, is based off of the activation of that cycle that we do every year with the conjunction on Uranus. Now, something to keep in mind. Everything post Scorpio season, the reason why things get serious is with Virgo season, with Libra season, in the social channels, you're dealing with people who project prejudice, vanity, and pride at you. These are also sins of individual, social, and collective energies. And so this is going to shift the power dynamics between people who have long since gained confidence, having any sort of illusionary leverage over you. Just by the way you express your frequency as you step more into your power, you're going to completely take away all of that leverage. You are going to inadvertently expose and reveal the insecurities that other people have because of how brilliant your aura is. A major nature of this Uranus retrograde is to shift the quality of how strong your aura is because of how you transform it through the Scorpio full moon eclipse that has you unlock all of the past life wisdom you have had throughout all lifetimes to bring in together, come back in Taurus, and step in. That is a lot that I've said, and it's a testament to how badass you are, okay, and how brilliant your aura is, okay? And so with that in mind, the nature of how extraordinary you break through this capacity to realistically understand these facets will also make real fantastical elements. So I will talk about live about real life vampires. It's going to be through this transit as well, as you ground more understanding of supernatural qualities of your own body. This is going to also break down supernatural understandings of fantasy elements that are real. Like, you're going to realize the person who delivers mail to you is a transforming lichen. It's just when they transform, their whole body doesn't grow hair. Maybe they just grow an inch taller, and they don't have to transform in the full moon. There's going to be like the myth, and then there's going to be the reality. That's what's going to happen. Like, you're going to understand how the myth is, and it creates a fog, and then there's going to be the reality. Like, oh yeah, I'm a vampire, but I don't eat humans. Your blood is disgusting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reality. You feel me? But they'll be able to show, hey, I do have enhanced speed, like stuff like that. And it's going to introduce to you an extra dimensional layer of supernatural phenomena that you have seen for years. Like, many of you have seen these superpowers in your face. Your brain just didn't process it. Your brain didn't know. Like that's a better way to say it. Your brain was operating off of a lesser or older operating system. And so you were dealing with people and aspects of yourself that expressed higher graphics through your spirit than your brain's ability to process could process. And so with Jupiter going into Aries and these successive cycles, you have long since, in a short period, upgraded your ability to process these graphics. And now you're going to start seeing it. It's going to be like, what? Please trust me on this. It's going to be weird. Like now you're going to understand why you were thinking about something and someone texted you at that time. Like, it's going to be less mysterious. Like, your brain's going to be able to pick the pieces together. And then you're going to realize your brain works for your spirit. That it doesn't have to make sense to your brain. Your brain just helps you process what your spirit is sensing. But once again, the level of prejudice and the psychic attacks that will be revealed with your understanding of your supernatural power will shift the power struggles and the power dynamics that you have with people who have so much to gain by losing this leverage over you. Okay, so the first step is Virgo and Libra season. You're going to balance the power you've given away, because you're not going to give that power. Virgo season is going to show you where you gave your power away, where people have been taking advantage of supernatural essences of your body. And this is going to be through real analytical experimentation and research that shows you, oh, this is what happens when I do this and that and this. Cool. Then you're going to present that research, take your power back. Once you see how you are giving your power away, Libra season is where you're going to go with the social action of taking your power back. Scorpio season is where people are going to get mad because now you took their leverage away. And now that you took their leverage away and now you're balanced in Libra season, Scorpio season is where you're transforming things. And now you have leverage over them, and they don't like that. These are narcissistic, insecure people who feel like they can do things to you that you can't do to them. And so when you inadvertently do things to them that you weren't even intending to do, it's just because you got it like that, they will not like that you effortlessly gain leverage over them and that they can do things and it won't threaten you. They don't have leverage over you, and they're going to be mad. And then Sagittarius is going to come in, and they're going to be super mad with a cape. See, they were just mad in Scorpio. Now these bitches got a cape on. They're super mad. Super mad. As you ascend the leverage that you have, and take it to the next level. Because once we get to Capricorn Aquarius, now you're in a position that they can't necessarily do anything. And so for those of you who think you're going to lose it, it's not even that you think you're going to lose it. You're getting overloaded. These people recognize they're about to lose their leverage forever. And so you're dealing with people who are putting on a front and a mask to act like, oh, it's not a big deal, just to give you the psychological impression that we can just wear down on your psyche like this. You can't defeat us. That's an illusion. Inside, they're like, fuck, screw it, damn it. And this is why when you take away their leverage, they're not going to have that mask anymore. Now they're seeing you gain leverage over them, and they're going to be mad. Then they're going to be super mad. Then you're going to beat the final boss in Capricorn season, and they'll be dead. And that's it. Weak little bitches. Anyway, yeah, I got Mars and Aries, so I keep that attitude. I get vulgar, and that's not an excuse. I'm just letting you know what I get vulgar with. Okay, so that being said, that's a very basic way to look at the transit in a nutshell. Once Uranus goes direct, we will do this exact same thing, but on a much higher level with a deeper nuanced layer. And that layer is going to now be more applying this understanding collectively with other people around you, amongst so much other things as well. Okay. So yeah, that in a nutshell is this transit. I'm going to do the live readings in a bit. I'll be pulling from this Pokemon deck. Okay. What's very key here is with the shifting of these power dynamics during this period, because this isn't the only transit that'll shift it, but with the shifting of these power dynamics in general, what you want to be mindful of is that hurt people. And so coming through the Scorpio and Sagittarius intensification, any psychic attack on your person now will intensify, and you just have to break through. That's why it's the breakthrough season. You have to break through that pressure and make these weak little bitches your bitch. And this is what's going to help break you through. And I know that sounds vulgar, but you'll know exactly what I mean. You have the authority to trample over serpents and scorpions, and you don't have to give in to the fear of cursed spirits that know you're blessed and so have to engage in deception and fear tactics, because that's all they can do. Like, these people are not powerful. They just have an illusion of power, and they have to prey on your own soul essence so that you can give it to them deliberately. But this is going to literally just break you through considerably, and congratulations. So in a nutshell, once again, there is an integration of a seemingly sudden awakening of your senses for you to understand how to integrate supernatural qualities and dynamics of every single physiological function that you have with your body. You're going to begin to actually analyze the causality between functions of your body and how magically it actually induces change in your reality. It's going to be exhilarating. It's going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be controversial, because the boost of the Jupiter in Aries gives this an extra dimensionally evolved function. You will apply it throughout Libra season. You will piss a lot of people off, Scorpio and Sag, because you're going to break through the stigmas they have about you. You're going to break through the stereotypes they've always had about you. You're going to remove any sense of leverage for them to enforce those stereotypes around you, and you're going to make them your bitch. And they're not going to like the fact that they are your bitch. But they're going to learn in Aquarius that they were always destined to be your bitch, and that is their place, and that they should know their place. And that's basically it. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to draw a collective card for everybody. And yeah, the best thing to do really is to just surrender to God, align your alignment with God. May the Lord's will be done on earth as it is heaven. So I'm going to do this collective reading. Thank you so much, Sadie. I'm very grateful. For those of you who would like a live reading, okay, you may feel free to click the description box below and you can join the queue. I will go in the order received. And of course, if you would like a chart interpretation about what this Uranus retrograde period will be like for you, then please email me your sun, moon, or rising or your chart. And you can, of course, join the queue based on the instructions in the description box below. So the collective reading that I have for you is, I can't make this up, guys. The Magician. This is amazing. You are blossoming all of your natural skills. You are tapping into the infinite nature of your connection to the divine and the source, and you're expressing the uniqueness of this. And this is breaking you through into a new, unique expression of your manifestation ability and the nature of all your abilities. Imagine if you were the magician. What would be your unique magical ability? You know what I'm saying? You're going to uncover all of this wisdom, and it's going to be amazeballs. So we do have, of course, the Knight of Cups. There's going to be an intuitive wisdom and also passion you'll move forward with this with. A seductive passion. You want to get artistic with this and move forward with your imagination. But the Nine of Wands is also saying to persevere against the psychic attack and persevere against the resistance, because this will lead into the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to manifest something new, a new concept, a new healthy beginning with this. But the main collective card that I have for you is the Magician, y'all. For some of you, this is a soulmate. You're going to manifest your most compatible soulmate. For some of you, the soulmate is you. You're going to realize you're the one. Okay. For others of you, you're going to realize I am not the one. The fuck no, but for real, this is definitely going to be really great breakthrough in how you express yourself. Imagine if you were in the show The Magicians. How would you express yourself uniquely? And I got the world, y'all. Pika Pika. I got Pikachu. So this is you breaking through your magical ability, and this is you mastering it to the final level. So you're going to break through a base state and master your final form. Congratulations. Virgo season is you breaking through the Magician. Capricorn season is you mastering your final form. Congratulations. Aquarius season 2. Okay. So Marcus Gregg wanted a card for tarot, love, and relationships. All right, Marcus. Marcus and Katrina. Let's see. We do have the Two of Pentacles. This is an infinity card in the tarot. So the Two of Pentacles speaks to the ups and downs that both of you may experience together, but also the dynamic quality here. And we do have the Ten of Swords. So this is really both of your ability to transmute negativity being projected at you, and also the ability to share into the karma both of you have. This is actually interesting because both of these cards aren't necessarily romantic. So what they speak on as a part of love addresses all of the difficulties and the potential between both of you to bring the relationship to an end, as well as also challenge both of you to address energy being thrown at both of y'all as a couple. So that's why the Two of Pentacles, which is the main card, is talking about the ways both of y'all actually balance each other, complement each other, but also challenge each other. And so this is saying to really look at the cyclical nature of your connection and the ups and downs as far as the ebb and flow of your feelings. But once again, that 10 of Swords is saying any difficult situation that both of you may be dealing with or will come to deal with is reaching its end. And being able to kind of navigate through those ups and downs will help you overcome that too. Amber Griffin. Let's see what we got for you. Amber, we have the Hierophant. This is talking about you coming into a much more grounded and powerful element of conventional knowledge, especially when it comes to learning something like a new lesson in higher education. This could be talking about learning a new course, learning a new field of study. The vision I get is like gaining professional insight about certain spiritual mysteries and knowledge. Now, because Uranus is in Taurus, what this card is saying is you're going to take like a religious understanding or a spiritual understanding, but you're going to do it in a unique and unconventional way. So you might have to deal with resistance about or with, for example, this is just an example. Let's say you were Muslim, or let's say you are Christian. You believe in Christianity, but the way you follow Christianity is not by the book or the way that other people follow it. And so you might be seen as weird or different. But this is saying to embrace the unique way you follow your path and you teach others this path, okay? Because this unique approach you bring to this will also kind of open up more understanding in your own unique way, okay? So first we're going to do Whitney Craft. Thank you, Your Divine Highness. Okay. So all right, let's get it. So, Whitney, this is actually amazing because your rising is in Taurus and you are the divine producer. There we go. So, what's really cool having your rising in Taurus, what this Uranus retrograde transit effectively is going to accomplish for you is basically everything that I said. It's just you're going to be more of an instrument of what everyone else is going to go through. So you more than most people, and myself, I am also a Taurus rising. So Taurus risings, Taurus suns, Taurus moons, you're going to experience this transit much more directly than most other people who will experience this more through other people or in other facets of them. So you having the Taurus sun and rising, this is going to really have you induce this understanding through others as well, as you will directly be a conduit. And this is going to enable you to express the supernatural quality of this with so much great genius, where you will already know before you gain the details what it is you're manifesting. You'll just have more foresight with these details of how to more creatively express it. And the coolest thing about this is your moon is in Pisces. So your understanding of these dynamics is going to be at the highest divine level. And you're going to be able to feel how what you're manifesting as a part of your own self connects you with every single other living and non-living thing in and beyond existence. Given that a nature of these transits aspecting the mutable signs will be squaring and aspecting your Pisces moon. This will give you, once again, divine understanding beyond your ability to actually personally, bring this into reality or put this into words. Okay. It's definitely going to contextualize what you're seeing with other people as you'll identify with this process, and it will give you a much more creative way to make sense of yourself, because this is happening during the eclipse that will manifest and unlock your royalty. Okay, so Divine Goddess Chef Rennie, you can look at the description box below to see the price and how to sell it, or to how to send the payment. The email address for Zelle is thepeacedealer@gmail.com. And please email me your chart or email me your sun, moon, and rising as it says in the instructions. Okay. Next, we have Greg Palma. So, Greg, as a Pisces rising, remember, we know you have your cap, sun, and moon. So, as a Pisces rising, this puts all of your awareness and soul into the 11th house. And relative to this 11th house power, okay, and you're going to enjoy this. You're going to enjoy it. This is going to be amazing. Relative to this 11th house power and influence, we know that the retrograde of Uranus is going to be in your 3rd house. So this very unconventional innovation is expressing itself in the house of your attitude. But as a Capricorn sun and moon, it's through your creative expression of your inner child. The innovation of your inner child is taking place in how you form your attitude and express your body language. So this is going to, in a very incredible way, make you more aware of how, as an ascended master, Pisces rising, your body is a literal remote control. Emphasis on Capricorn control. Okay. Lily, just email me your chart if you would like a reading. The description is in the instructions are in the description box below. Okay. But you're going to realize and recognize, especially through Virgo season, as a Pisces rising, 7th house Virgo through others, how things you do and actions you take directly influence other people, almost like you were pulling the strings. How you can literally move a certain way and other people will move that way. Like, you'll start to notice the more unconscious phenomena and psychic phenomena, that invisible thread that links you with others, and how things you do seemingly unrelated to everything else is related to everything else. Okay. The next facet of this, because the eclipse is unlocking your 3rd house, is it's manifesting more quality and power over the ability for your ideas to influence others as well, and how you communicate the quality and value of your creative inner child, and how you also bring all this into reality as well. All right. So next we have G High, born 2001. Leo, August 3, 2001. 8:50 a.m. All right, we see your rising is in Virgo. You got Saturn in Gemini. You got North Node on Jupiter and in Cancer in its exaltation. You're super lucky. Now, as a 12th house Leo sun, I just have to let you know you are a celestial legend. Celestial because you have Neptune and Uranus opposite, and your moon in Cap Gang. So you have an ultimate legend. I have Mars in Aries in the 12th house. Okay. So the ruler of my 12th house is in the 12th. The ruler of your 12th house Leo sun, is in the 12th house. So you have a transcendent spiritual physiology. Okay. First thing I have to say, Virgo risings with Leo suns are different. They're not like other Leo suns. That it's one of the most unique 12 houses, because now you have the rulership of you're like a superhero that hides your identity. You're like Kal-El. So the reason why this is key, right, is Saturn that's been going through your 6th has been strengthening your ability as someone who represents the new generation to anchor all this supernatural quality of the claircognizance. Leos who are born after 95 and in the early mid 2000s, y'all are the most claircognizant Leos that exist. And you will just kind of, through the strength of your heart, gain knowledge about other people, especially as a Virgo rising. Your psychoanalysis of these details enables you to just know things about people's behavior, especially as it trends sociologically. So this collective analysis can have you just understand qualities of people's customs without even knowing how you know. You'll just be able to speak like them, understand, and this can apply to individuals too. Compound that with you having Saturn and Gemini, you're also strengthening what to crystallize in the way you communicate what you know. So where does Taurus fit in all this? We know that this is 9th house to you, and you're going to come into a much more practical way to put all of these supernatural phenomena, and also to take this more abstract, unseen quality of these mental experiences into physical reality. The square you have with the behavioral advanced Uranus and Neptune and Aquarius to the Taurus in the 9th house takes this advanced nature of your behavior and begins to integrate it into your philosophy, takes this advanced, extra dimensional, higher minded way to live your life, and now grounds practically the means for you to teach this practically, to show people practically how this actually works. And as a Leo 12th house, this will also strengthen more of the hidden nature of your glory and more of the strength of your spirit. Okay. Once again, because you got Mars in Sag, you got Pluto in Sag. So you coming at this from such an advanced supernatural place will hyper accelerate your ability to step into this. Whereas other people born before the 2000s, we're going to kind of move slower. So you're going to pick up on stuff before you even fully know why you're picking up on it. But you have the aqua energy, so you'll know through other people who will confirm it for you, even if they're not conscious that you're divining other people or divining them to come into this understanding. So I really hope that that was accurate for you, G-High. Your chart is legit. I'm going to just give you your flowers there and admit that. So next we're going to do Senora Nancy. Nancy, thank you very much. We know that you have your rising in Pisces. And so as a Pisces rising, okay, we know that one, Uranus and Taurus is your 3rd house. And considering that, the reason why that's very important is, wait a minute, okay, this puts you in a position to realistically, like I said previously with someone before, manifest the value of your attitude. So this is going to put you in a position to very powerfully and realistically hyper accelerate the learning of a new language or a new skill. It's something that you've already been facilitating as it's attached to your 3rd house and the North Node here. We know you have Juno in Taurus too. Because you have Saturn and Scorpio, you're unlocking the karmic wisdom that will make clear certain subliminal or facets of your own belief system that weren't tangible and make them tangible. So this is where, especially if you're like a healer or with your cooking, right? Let's say there was a supernatural, there we go, culinary skills. Culinary skills. Let's say your culinary skills were supernatural and you had secret recipes, right? Saturn in Scorpio, that works perfectly. What if you were able to induce supernatural abilities in your culinary skills, which you're already doing, to where certain meals you prepare have psychological effects on people? Well, and also with massage therapy, you're going to recognize the ways in which it's already been happening. You're going to recognize, and this is cool because your sun is already in Virgo. So you're already aware on how these details apply towards others coming into your birthday, right? So you're going to now, during your Virgo season, realize the details of the actual quality of your skills, of everything you're good at doing. And this is where you've been doing this your whole life, but you've also evolved the nature of how you do it. And coming into next year, you're going to evolve it to the next level still. So this is where Virgo season, you're coming into those details from other people who are going to tell you. Other people are going to be like, whoa, this is what happened when I ate your food, when you gave me the massage therapy, and you're going to put 2 and 2 together. Then Libra season is going to have you transform it. Then Scorpio season is going to transform your philosophy because of these facts you've come into, and it's going to break you through in how you now apply all this and come into the knowledge of that. And so, yeah, this is solely very influenced by your skills, which is very important to really establish as well. Okay. And to definitely keep in mind. All right. So please keep me posted on that, because once again, I culinary skills, it's not going to be just that. It's going to be more than that. But I feel like that's a huge facet. Whatever it is you're investing a lot of your time to do now, even if you find that it changes, you'll be able to bring those changes with it. So next we have Maxine. Okay. Maxine, we know that you have your sun at the end of Gemini and your moon at the end of Sagittarius. Okay, so as a late Cancer rising, I love how everything is mastered for you. Master Cancer rising, Master Gemini sun, Master Sag moon. We know that Uranus in Taurus is 12th house to you as a spiritual angel, and we know that it's in your 10th, 11th house. So what's innovating for you is the quality of friends that you bring. Yeah, you have these physiological changes in your body, but it's going to transcend how you apply the effect of this nature on your body, okay, towards your career. Because this falls in the 11th, 10th, you're going to start to see how the nature of your body attracts certain key people or situations to push you forward in your career, to manifest what it is you want in the direction of how you live your life. And because this is behind your Gemini sun, Virgo season, a Sag season, is what's going to bring it out more into your conscious awareness. Once again, coming through at this angle, you're going to really confirm a lot of what you've always known, but may not have had context to share. And so Uranus in Taurus is also manifesting a sense of belonging, where now you're connecting with people who speak that language, almost as if you unconsciously put out this vibration to attract this unknowingly to you. So that's one major huge breakthrough point. We know that you have this as Pluto in Libra. So because you also have Neptune in Sagittarius, this retrograde is going to form a very important quincunx with Uranus. Pluto in Libra is going to be the intensity of the social dynamic that's going to transform how intensely the nature of your body transforms social interactions. And then Neptune in Sagittarius is going to be the perception that ascends, because you're seeing the nature of this intensity beyond the physical. All of the perception and the power focuses on the strength, the fixed nature of how strong the quality of your body is, so that you can adjust the perception and how powerfully you base this on. Because you also have Saturn in Leo. The square from Saturn to this aspect is going to also intensify how much more boldly you align the nature of your body with the integrity of your personality. Okay. It's a lot of layers here, but it's just going to add a lot more intensity and strength to how you're actively able to control these dynamics and be aware of them, even if in some aspects you're unconscious of how it directly plays out. But because you have the yod, you'll be able to be aware indirectly by what's happening around you to be more aware of these unconscious channels. So please let me know if this is accurate for you. I would definitely love to know if this resonated. Okay. So next we have Nikki Fields. All right, Nikki, we know you got the Aries rising, and we know you're a true warrior. Look at you. I like that. You a true warrior. So the first thing that I want to really illustrate here, Nikki, is you're evolving right now. You're the instrument of evolution. So everyone who's around you during this period, you're leveling up and you're triggering because you have Chiron back to sender going through your rising. So keep that in mind during this period. Uranus retrograde is going to come through the Jupiter retrograde back into Pisces. And then after Capricorn season, Jupiter is going to go back over your rising. Boom. And we're going to start this actual 12-year evolution cycle starting next year. And you're already in it. When I went through this, I didn't know I was going to become the peace dealer. I became a peace dealer. So that's the most important part. Uranus is in your second house, right? And so damn, y'all going wild in the chat. Let's get it. Uranus in your second house is innovating the quality with which you manifest money. By the time this finishes, your capacity to manifest unexpected windfalls of income will be more at your command than ever, especially because by then, Pluto will be getting ready to go into your 11th house in Aquarius and now awaken the community and belonging to facilitate this advanced level of manifestation. So this is getting ready by May of 2023 to come into the second house, manifest in your second house, and expand the quality of how much more you can make. Your whole financial world is going through great renovation, and the breakthrough will be the eclipse through November that will transform who you trust with your value and who trusts you with their moolah, okay, and their wisdom. So if you're going through any financial difficulty, which I don't see how you may be, but if you are, that's temporary. You will never go through this again. And the breakthrough is going to be November, so that by the time we come past the final boss battle of Capricorn season, and quote me on this, January to May of 2023 will be the huge expansion to step you in to a whole new level of finances, to where by the time you get into May of 2023, you're stepping into the evolution of this. So this really plays out for you in money. And the more confident you feel in yourself and the more quality you own in your value, the more you're going to manifest the supernatural effects of your body, because you're a true warrior. You have an angel soul. So having an angel soul as a vessel of Chiron, you're a vessel of healing. And you're going to be able to apply this healing communication. Even though you trigger the crap out of people, you still heal them with your vibration. And this is going to add more to the supernatural quality of how super powerfully you manifest. And I hope that was accurate for you. Please let me know, okay? And finally, Liliana, thank you so very much. Okay. So... ooh, we know you got the Pluto rising. Beautiful. Nikki's Glow, your chart is awesome, yo. I really do hope you enjoy next year. You're getting ready to get pushed forth. Like, you blowing up, okay? So, let's see. Liliana, we know you got the Pluto rising. We know your sun's in Pisces, and this is gonna be cool because you're a natural queen soul. So you not only do you have your moon in Taurus with Chiron. Moon in Taurus means, shout out to Lily. Moon in Taurus means, just like everyone going through this, you're going to be more receptive to this evolution than ever. May of 2023, Jupiter will start going over your moon and evolve your soul. So by the time Uranus finishes retrograding, Jupiter is going to come through and evolve your ability to be receptive to all of this unconventional energy. Now, if you're Uranus in Scorpio, you have to pay attention to this. Those of you born in the late 70s or the mid 70s, you also having Uranus in Scorpio opposite Moon in Taurus on Chiron in Taurus is going to activate this natural healing you have. You are completing the Uranian channel through which you harness this unconventional supernatural quality of energy. So for people like you, it's instant. You don't have to necessarily just generate the energy. It's as instant as you thinking about it, lightning quick. And that's going to be uncomfortable at first to process. And the retrograde is going to adjust how much ease of efficiency you can process these feelings and energy. Because Chiron is on your moon, this definitely also will have you heal and feel into the vulnerability of, as a Libra rising, what you're feeling with other people. So the way your body will process this is this very unconventional sense of empathy. And let me know if you experience this already, in feeling other people's pain or feeling other people's energy, and claircognizantly being able to discern instantly how to harness and transmute that energy with Pluto on your rising. Because you are an awakener. You are a Kundalini goddess here. This is very rare and supernatural power and energy. And you have the North Node on your rising. So you are chosen by destiny to really draw out people's latent potential. And what's really supernatural as well here is, once again, the Uranus opposition. So you have the ability to feel on other people's physical bodies what to heal and where to touch them, so that you can channel the Uranian second house pure energy towards other people. The South Node is literally unlocking that so that you can transform also the nature of how you make money. So just like Nikki, who had the Aries rising, who is manifesting money, you're also manifesting money just from the other way around as a Libra rising, okay, where you are taking your value to invest in the right people. So it's another way of coming into this money, basically. Okay. Oh, shit. Let me find out. It's Deasia. It's been a minute. Deasia, you got a card reading, but I got you. Okay. Lily, I hope that was accurate for you. That was amazing. Okay, this is basically going to transform how you also come into greater self-employment and also transform your own finances and how you deal with others with your ability to transmute stuff. If it takes you about a week to transmute energy, after this retrograde, it'll take you about a day. That's what the eclipse is going to kind of ease for you. And then there'll be more levels to which you could do this. So yeah, damn, Deasia, it's been a whole minute. It's really nice to hear from you. So as a Scorpio rising, you are unlocking this transformation. You're going to start to really bring in more of your body relative to who you're connecting with as well. And it's something to keep in mind, because with the North Node in your seventh, you're manifesting key relationships you're destined to manifest that also unlock the wisdom of all your past lives. And so because we know this puts your Leo sun in the 10th, the Uranus transit in your 7th is putting you in a position to really innovate the nature of how you actually apply the nature of your body towards others. Similar to Lily. And see, the thing about you, Deasia, is I've seen you channel stuff before you even awaken the abilities you have now, in crazy ways. Like I've seen you channel people who are alive. This woman, Deasia, who sent me this donation, she's psychic, y'all. She's part of the new generation. Like she can channel people who are alive, who she don't even know. And she can channel their manner. She has Uranus opposite her sun in Leo. She can channel Uranus and Aquarius. She can channel people who she's never met and talk like them. I've seen them talk like her. I've seen them say words like them. And it's like, damn. So, you know what I'm saying? I still remember your chart. I'm not going to forget your chart. Deasia channeled something for me about someone that they didn't. So, like, basically, I had a suspicion about someone, and then I spoke to Deasia, and she channeled my suspicion that she didn't even know about. I had to take it serious. So, like, you're legit. And this is where, with Uranus in the 7th, your ability to show others how psychic you are is going to explode to the next level. Like, especially as Jupiter goes over your 7th, you're going to kind of freak people out. The way you kind of freak me out in a good way, because I'm used to this, you're going to freak people out and not always know that people are ghosting you because you freaked them the fuck out, because you gave them a reading without giving them a reading, and they don't know why you know some shit you're not supposed to know. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's going to completely transform the way you actually express these nature of your gifts too. So yeah, it's also going to innovate how you connect with other people who are beginning to match at your level. So this will break you through into that as well. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this live. All right. You guys stay blessed as always. And until next time.